Okay, it's Thanksgiving 2012. We're gonna get the turkey in the fryer here. Got a light rain in the background, so we're gonna do our best over here. Got a full propane tank. You gotta always start with a full propane tank so you don't run out halfway and ruin the entire meal. We got some oil covering the hose. It's gonna set right on. Now, this tank is upwind, so ideally we're not gonna be blowing any flames back into the tank. Alright. We'll be back in a couple seconds with the oil. Alright, it's been raining, so we're just burning off all the extra water from our pot. Make sure that gets all good and dry. Now, if you notice here, we did not do this in the garage, or we didn't do it next to the house or underneath this tree, so we're doing the best we can. Now, we chose a canola oil. Now, this is 1 1/4 gallons each. We got 2 of these plus an extra bottle of it. About a 12-pound turkey. We displaced the water first, did a displacement test, so our estimate should be fairly accurate. Now we're going to get this up to, I'm going to try a different technique this year. We're going to actually start it hotter than normal. We're going to start it at 400 degrees and just take a little bit extra time lowering the turkey in. And that's going to drop the temperature in and of itself and then maintain 350 degrees. So last year we started low so we didn't splatter, but it was real hard to get the temperature back up, so we're going to try it this other way. Alright, so we'll get back to you here in a second once we get the turkey. What we have here, the turkey, we put it in a brine solution of about, we used a cup of salt, half a cup brown sugar, and then just whatever spices you have. So we use caraway seeds, we use peppercorns, whatever you can find that makes it sound good. Ginger, whatever you get in the cabinet. Now we put that, we boil that, let it sit down at room temperature, and then once it cools off to room temperature, you put the turkey breast side down, okay? And then you let it sit there and you put another gallon of ice water on top. So make sure the ice doesn't completely melt and it sits all night. What I do is I put it in the garage with the window open so it stays nice and cool. And then drain that off, pat it dry, and then do a dry rub and just let it bring up to room temperature for a little bit so it's not too cold. So this thing, alright, see if you check out the oil right at 400, which is the very top of where we want to be.
Okay, let's see.
So here's our technique. We got this iron bar.
Hey, don't forget the fire extinguisher behind you.
And here's what we're going to do. Can you grab that thermometer? Let's just get it centered. I'm going to talk about this for a second. Okay, I'm going to back up. Got this all over my shirt, that's all right.
Hey, David, be ready to run.
Is slowly, we're going to go into a few inches. And then back out. And once it hits that water, it's going to start bubbling up. And then hold it there for a second. Back up. So burn that water off. Back down. Hold it just a few seconds. Go back up. And back down. So it should take a full 1 to 2 minutes to really get this in there. You don't want to boil it over. Back up. For all that water to evaporate off. Go back down. Go lower. And hold it there. Back up. Okay, back down.
You guys are at a slant here.
Yeah, just a little bit lower on your end. Perfect. Just hold it right there. Okay. Move it up a couple inches. And all we're doing is allowing all that excess water to really boil away. Okay, back down. And there we go. Now just hold it right there. Okay, back down. Okay, perfect. And we're just going to hold it here for a second. And now the hard part is I'm going to have to unhook this metal hook. I'm getting burned.
You want the big glass?
We're I'm gonna grab this. Oh, he's got the spike! Go ahead and go down. Unhook, and then we're out. Woo! Now, one thing is, when we're totally done, can someone set a timer for about 45 minutes?
45.
Wow.
Okay, now, just in case that doesn't go as planned, we got a backup. Come on over here. All we do is, there's actually a deal at the store where you buy a ham, you get a free turkey. So that's kind of how we ended up here. But perfect. This is a pre-cooked Cure 21 ham. So we're doing indirect heat. We got the burner on high to start out. Actually, to start out, we did high, medium, front, center, back, and then once it got up to about 400 degrees, just like an oven, we turn this down to low, low, and medium. So we're gonna rotate this and turn this over. Close this down. You can see we're up to about 400. So we're gonna let that build back up. And here we got low, low, medium. It's all pre-cooked, so all we're doing is holding temperature. So that turkey is a complete disaster. We have a backup. Alright guys, we got a holiday porter here we're working on. Now, take a look at this. This is exactly where we want it, between 300 and 350, because this is going to go up. The more water that boils off of here, the higher that temperature is going to get without us adjusting the flame on it. So we are right in the green zone, which is perfect. So what I did was I turned this down just a little bit. We're going at 100% here. We turn that down about 50%. We're going to keep an eye on this. Now, if this gets up to 350 to 375, turn that flame way down. Okay? If it goes below 300, we got to crank it up. So this is the easy part now. We're keeping an eye on it. Now, this is a 300% flavored turkey. So what we did was we brined it, we dry rubbed it, and the optional, you can inject it with marinade. So you have 3 different flavors working here, 3 different flavor profiles working here. And the brine's going to be more of a salty sweet, and the dry rub's going to give you a spicy flavor. And the actual injected flavor can be whatever you want. If you want like a vinaigrette, that's the time to introduce the vinegar flavor. So, now one thing you don't want to do is have this dog running around here, because if she comes through here and trips this hose, we're in trouble. So get her out of here. All right, we'll see you in a few. All right, folks, it's been 45 minutes exactly. Check this out. Look at this. The entire time we've been right in the green zone, between 300 and 350. So it's time to take it out. Get that asbestos glove, so at least part of us is safe. Take a look over here. Come on close. First, we got to take the thermometer out, so that doesn't spray somewhere. Okay? Toss that. It's very simple. It's not splattering because the water's gone. So we're going to hook it, let it slowly drain out. That cavity is still full of oil. That is just sizzling. Actually, David, I'll have you put that in the ground so we don't burn your arm. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. About 3.5 minutes per pound. We can hang it all day right here. Just drain it. Now this is going to sit for about 20 to 30 minutes before you carve into it. So if you carve into it right now, all that beautiful juice inside is just going to flow right out. So we're going to let that sit and rest. Because all that juice is being forced to the surface with all the heat. So we're going to let it go back into the tissue so we can slice right through it and have a delicious turkey. And right into the pan. Alright, look at that turkey. Zoom in closer. Look at this. Look at this turkey. You just twist that leg. Look at that meat just fall right off the bone. Look at the bone just comes right off the meat. That's a finished product, folks.